Imagine this. If today you make just one tiny improvement, only 1% better, and tomorrow you do the same, and repeat it every day, will you still be the same person 1 year from now, or completely transformed? This is the question asked by James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. The book teaches that a great life is not built by big decisions, but by small habits. The word atomic does not mean explosive. It means extremely small, yet incredibly powerful. This book shows that you do not change overnight. You change slowly, through the small choices you make every single day. Most of us say, I'll start when I feel motivated. I'll change when I get more time, or I'll improve when conditions are perfect. But James Clear reveals a deeper truth. Your life is shaped not by your goals, but by your habits. Two people may have the same goal, losing weight, becoming successful, or building a better life. But one succeeds while the other fails. The difference is not the goal. The difference is the system, what they do every day. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. The book explains that every habit follows the same loop: cue, craving, response, and reward. First, something triggers your brain, then a desire appears. Next, you take action. Finally, you receive a reward that tells your brain, this behavior is worth repeating. For example, a phone notification appears, you feel the urge to check, it leads to action, and you get entertainment or satisfaction. Over time, this loop becomes automatic. This is how both good and bad habits are formed. The only difference is whether you design the loop consciously or let it control you. James Clear introduces 4 simple laws for building good habits. The first is, make it obvious. What you see is what you do. If you want to read more, keep a book near your bed. If you want to drink more water, keep a bottle in front of you. And if you want to quit junk food, keep it out of sight. Your environment is more powerful than your willpower. The second law is, make it attractive. We naturally move toward what feels enjoyable. If you dislike exercise, connect it to something you love, such as music or a favorite podcast. When your brain sees a reward, the habit becomes easier to repeat. The third law is, make it easy. Most people fail because they try to start too big. 1 hour at the gym, 3 hours of study, or 30 minutes of meditation. When they can't maintain it, they quit. James Clear suggests starting with just 2 minutes. Read 1 page, walk for 2 minutes, write 1 sentence. The goal is not to do a lot today. The goal is to show up again tomorrow. Small beginnings create consistency, and consistency is the real power. The fourth law is, make it satisfying. What feels good immediately is repeated. Track your habits, mark your calendar, and acknowledge your progress. Even a small reward can turn a behavior into a lasting habit. To break bad habits, the same rules are reversed. Make them invisible, make them unattractive, make them difficult, and make them unsatisfying. If you use your phone too much, keep it in another room, delete distracting apps, or switch your screen to grayscale. When a habit is no longer easy, it begins to fade naturally. But the most powerful idea in this book is identity, who you believe you are. Real change does not happen when you say, I want to lose weight. It happens when you say, I am a healthy person. I am quitting smoking is less powerful than, I am not a smoker. Every small habit is a vote for the person you want to become. When you read daily, you are not just gaining knowledge, you are becoming a learner. When you walk every day, you are not just burning calories, you are becoming a fit person. Your habits shape your identity, and your identity strengthens your habits. James Clear also explains the 1% rule. If you improve by just 1% every day, you can become 37 times better in a year. It sounds like a miracle, but it is simple mathematics. Small habits, repeated daily, create extraordinary change. However, results do not appear immediately. This is called the plateau of latent potential. Just as a seed grows underground before breaking the surface, your efforts are working even when you cannot see them. Most people quit at this stage believing nothing is happening. But those who stay patient eventually experience a breakthrough. So what is the real message of this book? You do not need extreme motivation or perfect conditions to change your life. You need a strong system, a supportive environment, and a new identity. Your life will not change in one big moment. It will change through the small decisions you make every day. Today's tiny habit becomes tomorrow's powerful story. So the real question is not what you want to achieve. The real question is who you want to become. Because when you change your habits, you change your identity. And when you change your identity, you change your future.